Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 113 Southwest 6th Place here in Canby. We're located at the front of the home. Off to the left of the front doorway, that's the little path there that walks up to the front door. And there's another door off to my side here. So in between those points, we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout embedded in the concrete. This will be my point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. And it looks like we've got some standing water here, possibly a blockage or a root intrusion. Yep, definitely got roots here. Okay, well, we'll keep on scoping here. We'll shut the water off at the end, and we'll take a closer look at that on the way back. There's a very significant root blockage there, though, causing basically 100% blockage. Alrighty, here at 50 feet, we have reached the main lateral. It transitioned from ABS to concrete right around where the root intrusion was at, which is about 35 feet out. And then here is the main at 50 feet. We're going to shut the water off, let it drain out for a moment so we can take a clear picture, especially of the roots at the beginning of the concrete. Looks like the concrete portion of the line has some very slight standing water. This is about as bad as it gets here. It's about 1/4 of an inch. It's very minimal. And there's almost no debris to speak of once you get past the roots, so it doesn't appear that that is affecting the flow. Certainly not worth fixing the entire concrete line to correct that. So we're approaching the root intrusion here. So it's we have multiple roots coming through. So here's the transition from concrete, or from ABS to ABS to concrete. I'm going to go.
Which concrete are we talking about?
I tried locating here. I'm picking the camera head up underneath the edge of the driveway, but there is a visible trench here in the ground where it looks like they laid this ABS pipe. I'm going to try and shove back through all this stuff here. So this is where the final root intrusion is at, right here, about 27 feet out. So I'm going to try and locate here. Alright, I did a locate here, marked with a white X. It's right at the front of the property, near the mailbox. There's 2 stumps there. Someone has cut down a tree, and it's those trees that have been cut down that have intruded through this line. So at least there's no trees to deal with at this point, if it does have to be done by excavation. What I would recommend here, and it's impossible to tell right now because of the amount of roots that are in here and debris in the line, but you can see that there's no water really standing there. It's all debris. And what that tells you is likely the line here still has good slope and grade. So what you could do is do a jet to blow all this debris out of there, cut the roots out of the way, and then do a sleeve or a liner. And that will avoid any excavation altogether. And I think that's going to be a decent option here. Once these roots are cleaned out and the debris is moved out of the way, although you're going to have damaged, compromised pipe, the pipe itself will still be flowing properly. So you can line that, and yeah, it'll be good to go. So I do recommend a repair here from 21 feet out to 27 feet. I do recommend relocating. The signal is coming in kind of funky. I'm picking it up in different spots, but this locate out at 27 feet, or that's out further here, is accurate and on the mark. It's right around 11 feet deep. It's a very deep line, but I do recommend relocating, as my locator was bouncing around a bit. When you've got a line this deep, it's always worth double checking that depth. But I'm hoping that they can do a sleeve or a liner and avoid digging altogether. So I'm going to try and do another set of locates right here. Alrighty, did another locate here. So either end of the repair is marked with an X. I'm getting about 11 feet deep at either end. But once again, I want to reiterate, highly recommend doing relocates. When the line is that deep, it can throw off the exact location. So it's important. It looks like the beginning of it starts just barely under the concrete driveway. But when you're locating down through that much ground, it can offset that marking by, at least the actual location of it by a little bit. So everything out to that point, the ABS pipe itself is in good shape, and the concrete pipe beyond the root intrusions itself is also in good shape. So from 21 feet to 27 feet needs to be replaced so the line can actually function. And I recommend a rescope after the repair work to ensure it was done properly. But definitely look into doing a sleeve or a liner versus excavation. In this circumstance, when you've got a line this deep, generally it's saving about 20 to 30% repair costs. And it looked like it was switching from a 3-inch to 6-inch concrete pipe. It does appear to be 6-inch. It's kind of tough to tell when you've got a bunch of debris in there, throwing off how the pipe looks, but it looked like it was doubling in diameter.